And I wonder if people can hear us. 6, 5, 4,
Four,
3,
three,
2,
two,
1. Yay!
Happy New Year.
Yay! Here we are, Hippie Chicks live. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's 4 o'clock Friday.
Yes.
So glad you guys can join us. We're still playing around. StreamYard likes to shift things around like your grocery store does, You think you know your Walmart neighborhood, and no, they change things around and
Flip it around.
they do that too. So welcome, one and all. I am Kat Kazemi. If you're new, I'm what am I? Today I am well, as always, I am one half of the Hippie Chicks. Also, I am a certified clinical and transpersonal hypnotherapist and OG Gen X, and I'm here with my hip chick sister, Elle. Girl, what's
Hey
up?
y'all. Hey y'all, it's Elle, actor, writer, producer, director. I'm here hanging out. Happy Friday. We have made it through the week, my friends.
An eclipse week, no less, my
An
sister.
eclipse week, yes indeed.
Holy
I'm
bajouли. It
hydrating.
was beautiful. I had friends that traveled to Spain and saw it live,
Oh,
living their best lives. Yeah, they take big trips every summer, so good for them. What I love about this particular couple, and this one gal, she's like one of my people, if you know what I mean. We actually have memories of being in the interlife, like before we incarnated here.
oh,
Yeah, and
wow.
I've known her since high school. And she, when she graduated high school, it was 1986. And that summer, she took a trip for her graduation to Iceland with a friend of hers who was also her horse trainer, because
Hmm.
she's really big. She's an equestrian. Anywho, on this trip in Iceland on her graduation, they're camping. All right, they were not glamour. All right, because
Mm.
she's rough and tumble, and her nickname was Tumbleweed, by the way.
Oh, cute.
She and her friend were camping, and she kept noticing this gorgeous guy camping by himself. Like, no creepy vibes whatsoever. It was kind of like, ooh, who is he? And she just
Yeah.
kept looking at him, and then after a while she noticed him looking at her. Short story, they've been married 40 years now.
Oh, wow.
And they're together in Spain watching the eclipse this week. So shout out to Lisa and Mario. You guys are
Now,
fabulous. You are my relationship goals. Good on you guys. Yeah, they live a charmed life. They've had a lot to deal with. I'm not saying that they haven't had their challenges, but oh, they're so beautiful. They're just so beautiful, and I'm glad they had this experience. So, you know, that's they give hope. They give one hope, don't they?
is this the couple that lives in Florida or is this a different couple?
No, that's a
Oh, okay.
different couple.
Okay,
This
you know
couple
some
lives
cool
in
people.
Maryland. I know some pretty groovy people. The couple
Yeah.
I know that lives in Florida, also known the husband since high school, and he knows the gal I was just talking about very well. But the two of them got tired with mainland life. They lived in Jacksonville, Florida, and I think one of them had a really scary. Both of them actually had really scary health
Mm.
crises that made them reevaluate things, and decided to forego all the landlubber stuff, bought a sailboat, and now they live on I forget which of the Keys, but in the Keys, the Florida Keys, and
Nice.
they haven't looked back. It's
That
been two
is,
and a half years now, and they've been through the worst of it. They've had to say goodbye to some pets that couldn't handle the sea life situation and their own stuff. But that's a whole other story. And I keep trying to get Jenna to see if she won't come on the show and
oh,
chat with people. Jimmy would be great too. I don't know how shy he would be though. I don't
yeah, it's
know.
not for
Let's see. He's a
everybody.
bit of a ham though. I'm gonna have
Oh,
to see if I can't convince him to come on. They would be a lot of fun.
yeah.
They would be a lot of fun to have on the
I've
show.
I've lived vicariously through them since you told me about them and
Oh,
how they live.
right. Yeah.
I love it. That whole freewheeling, free spirit, that is so me. Like, oh my
Oh, right.
gosh. Yes. So that's what makes me a hippie.
Well, that's exactly it. It's that maverick
Yes.
spirit, I
Yes,
think,
it
is
is.
is what we're looking at. And well, and I think that defines Gen X
It does.
is our resilience. You know, all of us have been kicked in the hoo-ha one way or another.
We were so
Sometimes,
feral as children.
yeah,
We weren't even we weren't even children. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we were we were grown-ups at a young age, it seems, as I think back, it's just like, whoa. So yeah.
And I wonder. I mean, I still think about it now. It's like when I try to recall, how the hell did we get anywhere without GPS? How
Listen,
did we get places? I have driven by myself as a woman in her 20s up and down the eastern seaboard
me too. I took my
without
mom's
GPS,
car.
without a cell
Right.
phone. With
I took my
who is
mom's
that
car
person?
the summer after I graduated, drove down to Nags Head, not terribly far, but it was far to take my mom's brand new car and not tell her that's where I was going.
Oh Lordy.
Right. Went down there, hung out with some friends. I'm still friends with them on Facebook right now. Had a ball. It was just a fun time. And I just think about it. And I still don't know how I found where I was going with no GPS. No, I don't even remember if I had how did I get there? I can't even remember. I can't even
Yeah, it's a
remember, but
blur. We just got in the car and went.
and then to meet up in places. So, like my friend April and I would go to concerts all the time. We went to some of the best concerts at Hampton Coliseum and at Norfolk Scope. And we would leave at separate times from our homes and meet up somehow at Scope or Hampton. It's like, how did we find each other? And it didn't take us long.
It was that feral connection. We just had little antennas. We
Right.
just kind of knew.
Yeah.
Speaking of connection, guess who's here?
Who is here?
Heidi's here.
Heidi, hello. It's so small. I can't see
Oh, you can't. I feel
the
yeah, it is. I can barely see it myself. I had to look over and then I see it. Hey, girls! I'm like, oh yeah, there
Yay!
she is. Awesome, girl. Well, welcome aboard. We missed you. Glad that you're here. Yeah, what are we gonna get into here? Oh, we're talking about the eclipse energy. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this or not.
I'm glad you will talk because I know we talked a little bit about what to expect. I'd love to talk more about so what has been the reality of it and then helping to understand what I've been feeling through all of this.
Okay, so this eclipse energy is all about endings and beginnings
Ooh, yes, yes.
on a very deep level, very, very deep level. So it's to use, I guess, the snake analogy, we are all shedding our proverbial skin.
Yes.
We're not completely out of it yet. Okay. We have one foot still kind of in our old identity, and we're energetically feeling our new identity, but our nervous system and everything else hasn't caught up to that yet.
Yes, makes sense.
Right. So that it feels like it's a push pull feeling, very angst ridden restlessness. Like, yes. Oh, I know something's happening. But it's like you're being pushed through the birth canals. What's happening?
Yes. Wow. That has been very much my experience. And it's been good because I feel the growth. And like you said, it's like,
oh, sure. Yeah.
one foot left in that old place, but I feel
that's the painful part because that's the part that's what cling on. But it's painful to be in that old identity now.
Right.
Because it doesn't fit anymore, but we're not fully anchored in the new identity yet. It's still unfamiliar, and the subconscious mind doesn't like what's unfamiliar.
Yeah, that is so true.
It does not like what's unfamiliar. It's going to go the path of least resistance, and that's going with what's familiar, even if it's unwanted. So that's that anxiety or angst-ridden restlessness is the acknowledgement, yeah, that's not me anymore, but that's what I know. So either it's going to be a smooth ride for you or it's going to be a bumpy ride. But we're in the canal because there's eclipses come in pairs, right? So so we just had the solar eclipse. Now we're going to have a lunar eclipse in less than 2 weeks in Pisces. Oh my goodness, talk about how dreamy that is. So to me, that is energy. A lunar eclipse in Pisces is like manifesting your dreams. That's the new reality. That's the
Ooh,
new beginnings.
okay.
All right. Leo is all about your identity, how you present yourself. It's the lion, right? So if you've
Right.
got any things that within your identity that either you've outgrown or just don't apply anymore, or just aren't serving you anymore, it's now is the time to start alchemizing and letting it go. Hey, you can still come along for the ride, but you got to get in the back seat with fear now,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm driving the car now.
Yeah, and it's scary going into the new place again because of that wanting to cling, that need to cling to what's comfortable.
Yeah.
But what a great revelation, that we're having. I know I'm having,
Oh yeah.
exploring that new place. And it's so funny because it has come with little wins and little wins. And when I say little wins, I mean, if I were to share those wins, y'all would think they were so insignificant, but they are huge to me. They're huge. And I'm like, I did that. I did. And I know it is setting me into the position I need to be in to do those
Amen.
bigger things. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, on the day of the eclipse, I had something very interesting happen to me, and I wasn't sure if I thought I should bring it up here.
Now we want to hear it.
But if I'm gonna start something with that kind of a statement, then I better deliver. So
Yeah,
that's
my
not fair. And
insignificant.
Heidi, my God, come on, girl. She's like, man, I'm showing up here. Give me the goods. Okay, so what happened? All right, so the day before the eclipse, I was tootling on Facebook or something like that, and I get a lot of advertisements from a lot of other hypnotherapists, and of course, I belong to all the guilds and the associations, and one in particular, we just call it the NGH, which is the National Guild of Hypnotists here in the U.S. Is based out of Marlborough, Massachusetts, so just west of Boston. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. I get a lot of advertisements from all different types of hypnotists. There's not just hypnotherapists, but you've got trainers, people trying to just have a hypnosis school. Then you also have people that are wanting to train people to do stage hypnosis, comedy hypnosis, all that other end of the spectrum of my industry.
Right.
Okay, so and of course in any industry, but it's particularly this one, you're going to get your folks that um, don't have the best ethics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I just get for years I've been seeing like certain advertising styles that just like it grates on me because it gives the industry a bad name.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very predatory. It's very misleading.
Mm.
And it
Yeah.
just,
Goes
I
against the
consider
grain.
it to be very sacred.
Right. Right. It is.
Very sacred. So there, and I'm not going to mention the person. I'm not going to
Right.
do that. But there was a particular hypnotist whose advertising style was incredibly misleading. Like pretty much, not that most of what he said was true, but the way he presented it was like, you take my course and next thing you know, you're in the money. That kind of misleading.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
Very misleading. Leaving out the fact that, okay, yeah, you're going to get your certification, but then what? What are you going to, what, you don't know what to do with that.
Right. Yeah.
And he's not going to teach you what to do with that. Okay. So anyhow, usually, Elle, I just let them slide. I just scroll past or I hide it.
Right. Yeah.
Move on.
Right.
All right. So Kathy's sitting in some eclipse energy Tuesday. And I decided to make a comment because I'm just annoyed. And especially with like the story and the premise, You know, he's like, you know, so and so went from $0 to $200 an hour without a higher education degree, and without 7 years of intern, and like without having to do all of this shit,
Right.
he's in
Here's
the money now.
the instant
And I made a
gratification.
comment like something to the point, we all know that that person had to work his ass off afterwards. Shame on you for trying to lead people on, thinking that they're just going to jump into money, taking your course. Enough with the bullshit. See, I use that word. Okay, so next morning, I get a DM from the guy, from the hypnotist, because of course he's like, "Who's this bitch?" And look, yeah. And found out I too was a hypnotherapist.
Right.
And I was dealing with the class A narcissist.
Oh, what in the world?
The transaction that went down. And what I'm proud of myself is that I never let him take the narrative, because he kept trying to make the premise of me being unprofessional for using the word bullshit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Whoa, very gaslighty.
So yeah, because he's like, you're in the industry, you should rethink about how, about your professionalism. And then my reply was, I was just simply matching the professionalism of your advertising.
I say bullshit. That is it.
But I didn't even remember me saying that.
Right.
And then he leads me into, naming who I think he was talking about. And I named the wrong person, but that doesn't matter. Excuse me. He tried to make it this narrative that I was just being inappropriate. And I was trying to relay to him, no, your advertising makes the industry sound like a used car dealership.
Did he ever try to defend that or say anything?
No, because he was not in the wrong.
He just attacked you.
He was just attacking me. He's like, so are you going to admit that you're wrong and remove the comment, or double down on this?
He can remove it, number one, if he wants to remove it.
No, because he wanted to be
a power trip. It was a power trip.
Yeah, he's power tripping. And this is what a lot of ego people do when they learn hypnosis, which is why I don't go to the conferences anymore, because you can find good people there, but mostly it's an ego fest. So I'm done with that. But anywho, he's trying to make the narrative me being unprofessional. And then he said, without vulgarity, can you tell me, why you had to say what you said, whatever. And then my only reply was, what vulgarity? And then he brought up the fact that I used the word bullshit.
Everything else that you said was and that, I don't think bullshit is vulgar. Vulgar is something completely different.
But he's trying to use the sanctimonious self-righteousness to put me in the wrong. So my only reply to that was, perhaps you should meditate on why you think I chose the word bullshit to describe your advertising style, rather than someone just simply trying to insult you. Exactly. And he couldn't handle that. And he's like, well, thank you for telling us. It was always we and us, because he's behind the business, right? Thank you for telling us how you intend to conduct yourself in the industry from here on out. Emotionally retarded. I'm tired of emotionally retarded people. Done.
Oh, wow.
Done. And again, I'm using that word in its proper context. I'm not using it as a slur.
Right.
All right. It's
meaning stunted, delayed.
Thank you.
Emotionally, he's stunted or delayed. I get that.
Very much so. For an elder gentleman, I want to say he's got to be in his 70s. He behaved like a 13-year-old.
Oh, wow.
And so what I was proud of, because, and I even put it through Ezra just to go, okay, let's talk about this interaction here. And I was like, it had my ex-husband's energy assigned to it. It felt very triggering. So this is why I felt lighter the next day, because I did not let him hijack the narrative.
Yeah.
And I did so remaining completely calm and not getting not spiraling or feeling intimidated or anything. I was like, no, you're nothing to me. That was
Right.
very liberating to be in that kind of an interaction.
Yeah.
And because I felt the familiar feelings of, oh, I'm going to have to stand up for myself because someone wants to make me the bad guy.
And and this, I'm not trying to create a gender war. I am not trying to denounce men in
Right.
any way. It just, I often see the situation where if a woman uses a profane word, bullshit, whatever, if I feel like if a man had used that word, he would not have
He wouldn't have had
approached
that
him that
reaction.
way. Right. Because so many times I see the way some people react to a woman using whatever words they want to use. We're free to use whatever words we want to use,
Hmm.
but being attacked for that. Oh, that's not ladylike. Stop with that. Stop with the bullshit. Okay.
That's
Because
not ladylike.
right. Right. And I'm just like, I just feel like he would have reacted differently
Sure he
had you
would.
been a man using that term. Yeah.
Well, it's very unfortunate for folks such as this person, especially coming from a certain generation or era, because us Gen X, especially the women, we have no filter anymore. The filter's gone.
Right. Yeah.
Filter's gone. And no, you're not going to hijack the narrative. And maybe there are some women that are still, how do I want to put this nicely? Maybe haven't fully stepped into their power, that would have been intimidated by that.
Mm-hmm.
But in understanding this particular person's advertising style, even when he does shorts, his subject that he's working with, guess what type of a person it is, Elle?
What type of person?
A 20-year-old female.
Oh, okay.
Because they're easily manipulated.
Ooh, wow. I mean, if I were to give him the benefit of the doubt, not a bad marketing ploy because
Because he's going to work with people that it works with.
youth,
Absolutely.
youth is beautiful. Youth is going to attract traffic to your page.
Agreed.
Interesting though to hear the type of person he sounds like he is. It
Yeah.
seems like it's not a reach to believe that is his end game
A
to be able
little.
to
And
manipulate
I've been
people younger.
privy to some conversations that I was in earshot of, especially at these conferences, which is why I stopped going to them, of groups of gentlemen having conversations about what they've been able to achieve, learning what they've learned.
Right. Yeah.
And it made me very sad. And again, this is why I don't go to those conferences anymore.
Yeah.
But I find that energy is not going to be able to have much more life anymore, because my main point is that we are waking up our abilities to have razor sharp discernment. And we're going to be able to pick up on when people are bullshitting. Even if they're totally enthusiastic and, oh my God, you seem like the best thing since sliced bread and peanut butter, we're going to be able to see that little nugget in there.
Yeah.
And the key is not to dismiss it, not go, oh no, he seems like such a nice person. Why do I have this icky feeling?
Mm-hmm. You have to trust your instincts. Absolutely. Have to
And this
trust
has happened to
discernment.
me more than once in the last 4 weeks, Elle. Where well, this particular person I already knew, I didn't care for him, and I just had to say what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do what you got to do. You do you, boo. Don't worry about me. And like you said, delete it. If you don't like it, you can delete it yourself. Don't pull this power trip. And of course he ended up blocking me because
I figured. Yeah.
because he couldn't get me to bend to
Yeah.
whatever. But we're going to be able to see the bullshit more clearly.
Yeah.
So that's the secret word of the day. This whole weekend, if anybody says bullshit, go, yeah, so
every time someone says bullshit, take a drink. No, just kidding.
Exactly. But yeah, and there was a time that would have hijacked me and infuriated me, and now I'm just kind of laughing about it.
Yeah.
and just seeing it for what it is. And that's a big deal.
It is. Being able to block that type of energy out of your life
Yeah.
helps you to make room for the right kind of energy. You mentioned your friend who traveled to Spain
Yeah.
for the eclipse. You said she's your people. That is what is so important, is finding your people.
Yeah.
And I've been learning to rest in the gratitude of having my people in my life. There are about 4 people, not in group chats, individually, who send me reels constantly, all the time. And some of them I'm very close to, some of them I'm not. A couple of them I'm very close to, a couple of them I'm not. But the funny thing is, they consistently, regularly, all day long, really, send me reels, always funny reels or thought provoking reels. And very often I can't get to them right away. And I'm somewhere that I can't listen to something. I don't have my AirPods, whatever. So I feel like I have them waiting. Sometimes I have them waiting for days because I'm so busy. And I start to get aggravated, but I'm getting aggravated with myself for not responding to these people quickly enough. But nobody is ever yelling or fussing, or they just continue to send me these great things. When I
Sure.
respond back, they respond back. And I came to
That's the
understand
beauty of it.
these are people that want happiness in my life, and they
Yeah.
want to be able to provide a source of happiness.
Yeah.
So thanks to them, they know who they are. And
Yeah.
I can't thank them enough. That is just, it means so much. It really does.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Heidi, how you doing, girl? You still with us? You hanging in there, checking us out? What's going on there in Germany? You guys still hotter than hell. It's hotter than hell here, that's for sure. Oh my God. I'm over it. I'm ready for pumpkin spice time.
Oh my goodness. Every time I see a Halloween meme, because they're all in my algorithm, because
yeah.
we're friends with Ryan Hollingshead.
Right.
And so, I cannot wait. I'm very excited. I already want pumpkin spice. I'm sure Starbucks and Dunkin' probably are already selling it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they are by now. I just like it when the weather is just where you're not feeling like you're in a sauna.
S'mores weather. That's what we're going to call it. S'mores
weather. Absolutely. Yeah. And having a bonfire. Definitely looking forward to that. That's for sure.
We have to do that. And we have to do a live when we do that on our page.
I agree with that statement. I think we're going to do that. So, what was I going to say?
Bullshit. Just kidding.
That's exactly right. That's what I was going to say. Bullshit. That's a great card game too, by the way.
It is.
Haven't played that in a long time.
Right.
Fun stuff. Oh, what I was going to say is, all right, so between now and when the next eclipse is, I forget when that is, at the end of the month, just kind of gird your loins, if you will. Just take it easy, take it slow, take it intentional. Be very intentional with yourself, and also maybe a little graceful with yourself and other people, because there's other people that don't understand what's going on, and they're feeling the push and pull, and it's just making them grouchy. And the duck is going off. Here we go. The duck means we've got 2 minutes left, or something to that effect. So before we wrap up fully and forever for today, Elle, what do you got going on? I know you got good stuff.
Big exciting event coming up at the end of August called Monologues on Tap. I am co-emceeing this event at Elation Brewing. We're going to have a number of amazing local artists delivering original monologues, stories, and song while you enjoy your craft brews. Yes, I cannot wait. It starts at 7 p.m. on August 29th. You definitely have to come.
I want to participate because I got some stories. Let me tell you what.
We'll talk.
Okay, let's do that. Heidi, thank you so much for joining us, girl. We missed you. Please come join us next week. Lord knows what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. If you're curious about hypnosis or hypnotherapy or the Kazemi method, go to hypnohelpsyou.com. All kinds of good content on there. We'll be back here, of course, New Reality TV, Facebook, YouTube, with Hippie Chicks Live, 4 o'clock. And check out what else is on New Reality TV, because all kinds of new content providers, and it's just amazing stuff. So again, thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. Stay groovy, stay wild, and we'll see you next
Stay hip.
week. Stay groovy.